Hello and welcome to the Low Budget Review Show. So low budget, I can't hold the sign the right way. I'm your host, Eric Smith, and today I am talking about Burn the Dark by S.A. Hunt. This is Malus Domestica #1, and it is from Tor Books, and it is about Robin Martine. She's a young woman that has a YouTube channel where she kills witches. To the world at large, it's just a fictional YouTube show, a ghost hunters kind of thing. And yeah, I'm saying ghost hunters is fictional. Um, but in reality, the reality of the book anyway, it's all too real. Robin is hunting down and killing witches for real. Uh, and so she's been training, she's been going out there and killing witches, she's been building herself up because she wants to return to her hometown and destroy the witches that killed her mother. And so that's what's going on in this book. She returns home and she runs into some old friends and she makes some new friends and she's going to try to take down these witches. Now, I had never heard of S.A. Hunt before. I just ran across this book at Barnes & Noble, and that cover absolutely caught my eye. How could it not? And then the back's got some blurbs from Jonathan Mayberry, Chuck Wendig, R.S. Belcher, and that was enough for me to pick this up and give it a try, and I'm glad I did. As I said, we've got Robin Martine. She's a very interesting character. At the beginning, it starts with her hunting and killing a witch, and then that was 2 years ago. It jumps to present day when she's returning home. But she is a young woman whose mother was killed by witches. Nobody believes her. She ends up in a mental hospital, and we get this in flashbacks. We learn about all this until she's released into the care of a gentleman by the name of Heinrich Hammer, who is going to train her to be a witch hunter. But she returns home and she runs into one of my favorite characters, Joel, who is a black man working at a pizza place, and he happens to know Robin from when they were kids. They used to hang out together. Robin's mom used to watch Joel and his brother. Joel's brother runs a comic book shop, so I'm in, because if it's anything geeky, I'm down. And the comic book shop has a movie night. Fantastic. Love the comic book references. Great characters. We meet Kenway? Henway? Whatever his name is, who is a military vet and an artist that Robin meets for the first time. And there's a father and son, single father and son, who have moved into Robin's old house, and they're great characters. The son, goes off to school, makes some friends, so we've got this small group of young kids that are running around. We meet the witches. The witches are fascinating characters. They have their own personalities and their own plots and nefarious things that they're doing. So a lot of great characters in this story, and they're all well written. They all have their own personality and quirks. I don't think there's any cardboard cutouts among the cast of characters. The writing is pretty straightforward, nice and smooth. If you've watched my reviews, I like that. I don't mind different writing styles, and some people can pull off the more detailed sort of. I don't want to say the writing you have to slog through, because that's a negative, but some people are just get a little deeper, and I don't always need that. I like a nice, simple. Doesn't seem like necessarily the best word, but right now I can't think of a better one. I like a nice, crisp, clean writing style. How's that? And S.A. Hunt has that. There's some books can get, I don't know, confusing. I think the authors try too hard sometimes, and I'm not a fan of that, and you don't have to worry about with this book. It moves at a quick pace. We get flashbacks, so we've got the past and we've got the present, and but it's nice and distinct, and there's no confusion about what time frame we're in, and the story itself moves along, whether we're following Robin or the kids, and it all comes together, and there's all sorts of craziness going on, and in the background of all of it is the Red Lord. I assume that's who we're seeing on the cover there. I absolutely love that creature. And I'll tell you right now, again, Malus Domestica #1. #2, we got a little cover right there. Hopefully coming out soon. In the back of this book, it says May of 2020. That's past, and it's not out. Amazon says July 21st, at least last time I looked. Hopefully it'll be out soon. But the world's a little chaotic right now, and scheduling isn't necessarily anyone's priority, which is fine. But that being said, the story does not end in this book. We don't have like some crazy cliffhanger, maybe kind of a dun 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 moment at the end, but our major things are not resolved in this book, which is fine. That's what a book series like this is all about, and it's definitely got me coming back. Although, if this was self-contained, I'd still come back for the next one because I really, really liked the characters. Again, Joelle especially, and wow, how do I put this without spoiling things? There's something. You know what? I'm not gonna say it. There's just something involving Joelle that could have gone one way, could have gone the other way. I think it would have been interesting if it had gone a different way. That's all I'll say, because I think to say too much would give some things away. And I don't want to do that because you need to go out and read this for yourself. Sometimes you can judge a book by its cover, and if you love that cover, I think you're really going to like this book. I know I did. Definitely want to check out some more from S.A. Hunt. And as I said, looking forward to the second book. Am I forgetting anything about this book that I need to tell you? Great characters, fast-moving story, crazy witches. It's a world where only certain people know about the supernatural. Excuse me. Which is something I like. I used to enjoy a lot of urban fantasy, where the supernatural was just part of the general world, and I got a little burned out on that. And this is more Buffy the Vampire Slayer-esque, where there's only a few people that know about the real dangers in the world, and I like that. The populace at large is not aware of what's in the shadows. I'm not sure how the author would feel about me making a Buffy the Vampire Slayer comparison. I don't think this is a Buffy the Vampire Slayer ripoff. It stands on its own. It's its own world with, again, I'm just going to keep saying it, great characters. If you've watched my videos, you know how important character is to me. The greatest plot and writing can be destroyed by wooden characters, and a grade B plot can be elevated by great characters. Not saying this is a grade B plot. Don't get me wrong. This is just great characters and a great story. So I definitely give it a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it very much. I can't wait to read the next one and see what happens. Maybe we'll meet some more great characters. Maybe we'll lose some of the great characters that we have in this book. Who knows? Well, I assume S.A. Hunt knows because they've already written the next book. But yeah, this is definitely a series to keep your eye on. Recommended. That is Burn the Dark, Malice Domestica #1 by S.A. Hunt. So if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put them in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. I think I've covered everything I want to cover. So this has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith. And until next time, read more books.